The UFC 312 main event has been announced, and it will be the rematch between Dricus du Plessis versus Strickland. And I'm just going to cut to the chase. The UFC fumbled again. Utterly fumbled again. And I don't understand why it keeps happening. I don't understand it. So they announced Dricus du Plessis versus Strickland 2, main event, UFC 312 in Australia. And yeah, it's a good fight. It's a solid fight, but it just why is this not Khamzat Chimaev? Why? I checked right before I started filming this. I have not heard any updates on if Khamzat is going to has travel issues there, if he's hurt all of a sudden, or I haven't seen anything that explains why it's not Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis. If something pops up while I'm uploading this, that's just unfortunate. But before I start uploading, I've heard nothing. I understand that, Sean Strickland, cries and cries and cries, says, it was a robbery and stuff like that. Yes, was it a close fight? Yes. Did Dricus win the fight? Absolutely. And now Sean Strickland, who never deserved the title shot in the first place, he never deserved one, never defended his belt, and just squeaked by Paulo Costa, is getting a title shot when you have Khamzat Chimaev, who went out there, Robert Whittaker, who Sean Strickland actively ducked Robert Whittaker. Khamzat Chimaev went out and went through Robert Whittaker like we've never seen anyone do to him. We've never seen someone do that to Robert Whittaker. I think Whittaker landed one kick. He didn't land a single punch. One of the middleweights, one of the all-time great middleweights, a former champion, defended his belt, never even touched Khamzat Chimaev. And before that, he beats Kamaru Usman. Close fight, but he beats Kamaru Usman, which would have been a tougher matchup than Paulo Costa. Remember, guys, Paulo Costa does not have a single win over a current UFC fighter on the roster. This fight is... I was so excited for 2025 because I love Dricus du Plessis. He's one of my favorite fighters. He's just his story, just the way he fights, it's so fascinating. Versus a guy named Chimaev, who we have not seen people bully people in the grappling department since like Khabib, and he debatably looks even more dominant. And it's just the fact that we're giving Sean Strickland, we're doing this rematch, giving Sean Strickland the title shot, who teep kicks and jabs his way to a boring decision, one of the most boring fighters on the roster. And on top of that, he doesn't deserve the title shot. And we're giving him the title shot over Khamzat Chimaev. As I said, there better be a damn good reason why Khamzat didn't get this. Because Khamzat versus Dricus, it's a way bigger fight. It's a way bigger fight. It's a fight the fans wanted. Dricus du Plessis had to go to Twitter and explain to the fans why he isn't fighting the rightful number one contender. I believe even someone commented saying that not a single fan thought Sean was next. And I think Dricus replied to him and said, like, I happen to agree with you on that. Dricus wanted Khamzat. He knew it was the bigger fight. He would have made more money from it. And he knew Khamzat was the toughest test in the division. And we are giving it to Sean Strickland. I mean, oh my goodness, guys. And listen, Sean Strickland obviously has a hardcore fan base of incels and stuff like that who will support him to the death, Oh, we're going to war, we're fighting to the death, and he's just going to put on the most boring performance ever. That's why I don't like Sean Strickland. Well, you have Dricus du Plessis, who is everything Sean Strickland wishes he was. And on top of this, it's just... Now we might not see Khamzat versus Dricus for a long time, guys. We might not see it for a while. Late 2025, maybe beginning 2026. Who knows how the schedule, works and stuff. And we're getting this rematch that no one wanted. And I firmly believe if you would rather see Sean Strickland versus Dricus du Plessis than Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus, something's wrong with you. You're either ultra biased for Sean Strickland, just super biased, you love Sean Strickland, and stuff like that, or I think you're just an idiot. You're just dumb. Like, there is no way you want to see Sean Strickland versus Dricus over Khamzat versus Dricus. There's just no way. As a fight fan, forget who you support, forget who you're a fan of, just as a fight fan, if you think this is a better fight, I don't know what to say about you. I really don't know. And I don't care if that pisses some people off. Like, there is no way you can convince me that this is a better fight than Khamzat. So, all I have to say is that there better be a damn good explanation why Khamzat is not fighting Dricus. And I really hope it's not as I am recording this right now, because then I'll look kind of stupid. But regardless, the UFC fumbles an easy, big, mega fight again to give Sean Strickland a title shot. I just, oh my God, it's so dumb. This is why the UFC is so annoying, guys. And I hate to be so negative, but when you're fumbling easy matchmaking like this, I got to be negative. I'm not going to praise everything Dana does. A lot of the stuff they do is stupid. A lot of it is great. When I make a video on UFC, I believe it's, UFC 311, I'm going to be praising that card because that card is unbelievable. The matchmaking is perfect. I love that card. But this card is just, and yeah, obviously, is it a solid main event? Yes, it's a good main event. Like, it is, because Dricus is in it. Not because Sean, because Dricus is in it. Dricus makes it a good main event. Sean, it would be way up here if it was Dricus first on, but now it's all the way down. You probably can't even see my hand right now. It's probably all the way there because Sean's in it. Because you're going to, it will be exciting because Dricus will find a way to make it exciting. Not because Sean does anything. But early prediction, I'm going Dricus by KO. I think Dricus is going to be way more used to how Sean Strickland fights. I don't think he's going to get hit by the jab as much. I think he's just going to be better defensively against Strickland and offensively. And I think Dricus just, I think he just gets him out of there. And obviously we'll have a more in-depth prediction, closer to the fight. But Dricus gets him out of there. And Sean Strickland, I mean, what's he going to do after this? Gets an undeserved title shot, and he's going to get brutally KO'd, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know what he does after this, but I'm praying Dricus brutally KOs him. Shows on just another reason why you do not give undeserved title shots to fighters. And it's just really pissing me off because Khamzat versus Dricus, man, that would have been something special. That would have been something really special. And honestly, this is just off the top of my head, and I'm not including any McGregor fights in here. I'm just not. I mean, Dricus versus Khamzat, other than like Aspinall Jones, Dricus Khamzat, maybe other than, Islam Taporia, Dricus Khamzat's the biggest fight you can make. If current fights that you can make right now outside of Jones, Aspinall, and keep in mind, I might blatantly miss something here, so let me know. But just off the top of my head, Dricus versus Strickland's the biggest fight you can make. So this doesn't make sense for a meritocracy on who actually deserved the title shot. Doesn't make sense for business. It just makes no sense. And I feel bad for the Aussie crowd because they could have gone one of the best main events ever, and they're getting Sean Strickland versus Dricus. Unbelievable. But we'll move on. Take a look at the rest of the card. You got Zhang Lee versus Tatiana Suarez. Good fight. Both of these people, especially Suarez, obviously, I know she was hurt, but she's still super inactive. Zhang Lee's kind of inactive. But I see this is a fight that probably had to be made. It's a solid co-main. It's fine. Right now you got Tom Nolan. I'm not going to even try and pronounce that name right there. I'll get that name down close to the fight. Not everything's announced yet. Jack Jenkins, Gabriel Santos, Justin Tafa. You got, a lot of these are the prelims and stuff like that, early prelims. So, solid fights on the card so far. Main event, co-main's been announced. But, guys, it's just, oh, my God, how are we not getting Dricus versus Khamzat? I will never understand this. It makes absolutely no sense. And obviously, the co-main is okay. The rest of the card so far, obviously, more fights are coming. It's solid, solid prelims, early prelims, some decent stuff. But, we'll go more in detail into every fight, closer to the date. But really, I just want to focus on the main event here. And just, I want to show you a little bit of the rest of the card. But mainly focus on the main event. It's just, I don't know what Dana White's thinking. I don't know what the UFC is thinking. I don't know what Sean Strickland did to deserve this. Listen, if Sean Strickland went out there and beat Whitaker, he'd 100% deserve this. 100%. I'd be campaigning for Strickland to get the title shot. But he ducked Whitaker. And Khamzat went through Whitaker like he was nothing. And he's not getting a title shot. As I said, if a valid excuse does not come out for why Khamzat Chimaev is not fighting Dricus by the time this fight happens, I'm going to be even more mad. Because I'm praying that just at least give me a legit excuse. Even though this fight already pisses me off as it is, give me a legitimate excuse of why Khamzat is not fighting, and I'll feel a little bit better. I'll feel a little bit better about getting a fight that I really, other than incel and diehard Strickland fans, I don't think any normal fan wanted this over Dricus versus Khamzat. As I said, if you did, I don't know how, like, I don't understand your understanding of the sport because that makes absolutely no sense to me. But guys, let me know what you guys think about the UFC 312 main event. Let me know if you think this is Strickland actually, let me know if you think this is the fight that actually should be made and not Khamzat versus Dricus. If you do that, give me give me a couple actual reasons why. I'll be interested to see to see what you say because off the top of my head, right now, I just don't understand how any fan would rather have this fight over Dricus versus Khamzat. Let me know what you think about the co-main, and obviously the cards still come together. So let me know what you think about the announced fights that are, the fight. Let me know what you think about the fights that have already been announced on the card. Holy cow, I'm fumbling over my words right now. But guys, as I said, let me know what you think about the main event. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.